This is Group DEC 203's podcast with Lacey Noguera, Clarence Smith, Emily Pabin, Stephen Rebuffo, and Katrina Robertson. During our concept of distributing your work, we'll cover movies available to stream the same day they're released in theaters, blogging as a way to get your name and work out there, e-publishing and distributing your novels via iTunes, and downloading and reading novels from the palm of your hand.
Hello and welcome. I invite you to come along with me on this journey into the future. Given the question, what methods will the industry use in the future to get their product out to the masses? Several scenarios present themselves. However, the most feasible and seemingly realistic method of futuristic distribution stems from a method that our society is already warming up to: streaming content via the internet. Netflix, one of the pioneers of this paradigm shift, seems to be a dependable vehicle for distribution. Their website is stable, and users can even view their content from multiple devices, such as mobile phones and gaming consoles, in addition to computers. Reed Hastings, Netflix CEO, is so sure that his company will remain at the top spot that he's willing to bet the farm on it. In an article by Michael Lidke, he states that, quote, Hastings believes Netflix will overcome its recent adversity and remain at the forefront of a shift that increasingly will turn watching internet-distributed video into one of the world's most popular pastimes. This coming as high-speed connections, mobile devices, and more sophisticated televisions become commonplace, end quote. The only shortcoming seems to be availability of blockbuster new releases on or around their release date. This brings us to another method of distribution: film studios themselves actually joining the fray and providing their own content via the web for its consumers. An example of film studios' involvement with streaming content is illustrated by Paramount Studios. In an interesting article by Jeremy Scott, he points out that Paramount Studios, via their own website, has conducted an experiment by which they attempt to test the water, so to speak, of the streaming video content arena, where contenders like Netflix and HBO, with their flagship video streaming portal HBO Go, have long reigned supreme. Paramount has taken it a step further, however, by making available their summer blockbuster Transformers 3. What makes their experiment unique is the fact that they decided to make the movie available via internet streaming on the same day that it was released to theaters. This is a huge leap in the evolution of mainstream cinema. It means that if this technology catches on and more studios subscribe to this method of distribution, moviegoers worldwide will have the added option of staying in the comforts of their own homes and watching movies that they would normally have to wait several months before they slowly make their way to Redbox or Blockbuster or even Netflix. Streaming movies directly into the homes of consumers is not a new concept by far. However, its future, with advancements in software, deals with film studios, and the internet as a whole, stands to provide both convenience and endless entertainment for its consumers. Thank you.
The standard way to get your screenplay, game plan, or pitch out there is by getting an agent and politely harassing every reader and company in the business until they take you, or reject you once and for all. However, since the dawn of the 2000s, there are new ways to succeed, improve yourself, and distribute your work. Knocking on doors and mailing out screenplays is still relevant, but why limit yourself to just one method? Especially when unsolicited screenplays often find themselves in the trash. Many companies have hired hundreds of people to specifically search the internet and read blogs looking for untapped talent. Business Week explains that studios are using blogs to see what movies are generating buzz now. Also, there are websites like Circle It where you can read, write reviews, and create a fan base from the comfort of your own home and without an agent. One worry about posting your work on the internet is creative theft. On CircleIt.com, there is no copy-paste option, and you are able to track everyone who has read your story thus far. This and websites like it are a great way to get the word out and be more comfortable selling your product. John August, a talented screenplay writer, explained in an interview at the Writers Guild that when looking to fill positions on his team, he Googles the prospective employees. From the search results, he learns a bit about them and their craft, and without the background information, he is less likely to hire them because he has no sense of who they are and what they would bring to the table. So, Google yourself and see what you find. Go start a WordPress or a Tumblr and get your work out there to see what people think. At the very least, it's a great way to get unbiased feedback to improve yourself.
Books. Bookstores. Hi, I'm Steve Rebuffo, and I'm going to explain to you distributing your books through iTunes. In a recent study of statistics that I made up for this project, by the year 2020, books will be obsolete. Fortunately, until then, we have plenty of other devices to keep us entertained. Who knows, by 2020, we'll probably even be watching books. Oh yeah. Anyway, before you start digitally publishing your books, you're going to need two things. The first thing you're going to need is an ISBN, or an International Standard Book Number. Now you might be asking, what is an ISBN? The job of an ISBN is to identify a book, and in order to get one you need to go through the ISBN agency, who's run by RR Broker. In the article Hooray for the ISBN, Laura Dawson goes on to explain that it's important to have an ISBN number so that books can be searched and can be found, and also so that publishers and retailers can keep track of these books. The second thing you're going to need is the EPUB software. EPUB 3.0 has now become the standardized software to use for publishing your books, and iTunes will only take it through this form. To help to understand the software, we're going ahead and take a look at the document for the latest specifications. Okay, that's the latest version. Yep, up to date. All right, we're going to scroll down, and okay, that's a lot of content. Just scroll. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, blah blah. Okay, this is just what the f. Okay, Paula Hain describes it as revolutionary because authors now don't have to rewrite all their shit to distribute it to multiple devices. You might be asking, how do I get my hands on such software? Well, you could always pirate it. But you wouldn't download a bear, would you? Yeah, I would! Fortunately, the software is very affordable, coming in only at about $24. So whether you're writing the next great American novel that high schoolers will love to hate, or some other bullshit, the best way to distribute your books is to e-publish them. This has been the December Group 203 exclusive.
Getting the word out and into the hands of the readers has never been easier. With Kindles, Nooks, iPhones, iPads, and smartphones, consumers literally have hundreds of books in the palms of their hands. With a projected 7 billion ebooks in 2020 alone. And for those who don't have time to sit down and read, audiobooks are a popular option. Having hundreds of your favorite books in the palm of your hands is nice, but in the next decade, consumers want things faster, smaller, and lighter. And they don't want to be confined by their device. With new all-dimensional Apple products, Nooks, Kindles, smartphones, and more, any surface turns into your workable world. With Apple's Black Hole, consumers can download and share their favorite materials easier than before. With the simple swipe of a finger, your favorite graphic novel, book, or e-zine can be read from the palm of your hand. from the palm of your hand to any flat surface. And family game nights have quickly turned into family reading nights. Consumers can now download instantaneously from any surface. And sharing the written word has never been more fun.